Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Press Playbook, where we bring on a different BAM team member to highlight some of the cool placements they're getting for their clients. This week, we have on Torri, who recently got their client PgEdge into the Wall Street Journal. Let's see how they did it. Hey, Torri, how are you? So happy to have you back on.
Hi, Kendall. Happy to see you again.
For folks who did not get to listen to your past episode, why don't you break down your role at BAM and what you do?
Yeah, so my name's Torri. I'm a senior account executive here at BAM. I mainly work on the media side of things, so flagging those newsjacking opportunities for the team, drafting pitches, building media lists, pitching, all the works.
Torri, you do all the things. I want to get right into PgEdge. Tell me and us a little bit about them, what they do. Give us the overview here.
Yeah, so PgEdge offers enterprise grade, fully open source infrastructure that's built on Postgres. So basically, what that means is they're just designed to support AI applications, keep systems running smoothly, and handle like those really large scale workloads for enterprises.
And they got a really cool opportunity to be in the Wall Street Journal.
Hmm.
So break that process down because this is a little bit different than our other episodes. This really highlights our media dinners. So
Yes.
tell us how that happened. Let's go start to finish. Give us that full breakdown.
Cool. So earlier this year, Philip had attended one of our BAM dinners, and Isabel Bousquet, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing her last name, but from the Wall Street Journal, she was there in attendance. They didn't necessarily have a chance to have like a full blown conversation, but they did connect via email after the event was over. Philip had followed up and said, like, it was great to meet you. We sat next to each other. Let me know if I can be of help for any stories you have in the future. And so that actually resulted in Isabel reaching out to him for commentary. So she was working on a story around forward deployed engineers, or like FDEs. And she had been hearing throughout the grapevine and throughout the industry that that is supposedly one of the hottest jobs in tech right now. And her story was trying to focus a little bit more on the contrary, where people that are actually in that industry find that role to be quite undesirable. So she had reached out to Philip. Philip has over 30 years of experience in that industry. And she was like, hey, what do you think about this? So after a few back and forths via email, she ended up including his commentary in her piece.
And how long in between, if we know, but the dinner and then getting this piece out? What was that time frame?
I want to say between 1 to 2 months. Like Philip had gone to the dinner, he sent the follow up the next day, and then about a week or two later, she had reached out. And then between when she had initially reached out and the piece going live, I'd say about like a month, month and a half to 2 months.
And that is why we do these dinners, because the
Mhm.
best thing as a founder, and especially a new founder, that you can do is get in front of media, put yourself in those spaces, whether or not something happens from that dinner directly or something like this where it's a little off that timeline. It's so valuable just to put yourself in those environments,
Mhm.
building the relationships. And this is something that now I feel like she knows, like, oh, this is somebody that I can go back to. This is somebody, I know exactly what they are an expert on. I know about this company. That is why we do them. And if you are a founder and you have not been to our media dinners, you can go on our website, go to the events page. We do a ton of them a year. You can always nominate yourself. You can also nominate others. But
Mhm.
this is the key example of why these are valuable. So for everybody, please go check out those events page. Torri, this was so awesome. I'm so glad that this came out from one of these dinners. That is like the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah, they were ecstatic. So a
Yes,
win, we love to see
and a
it.
super interesting article at that, which is amazing. So to close us out, Torri, why don't you give one piece of advice for founders who are looking to land press for the audience here?
I think it would just be to reiterate what you already said. The importance of going to these BAM dinners and gaining that face time with reporters is so crucial. They're in an environment where they know they're not pressured to write a story. They're just building out their Rolodex of sources. And it's so much more likely that they'll reach out to you when they need you, and thus further establishing that relationship, increasing your opportunities of getting coverage. Like even Philip had mentioned, like this inclusion in the Wall Street Journal would not have been possible without the dinners and without BAM's relationship with reporters. So it's definitely worth attending. You know, one night, free food, good times with everybody. You should definitely be attending those.
It's 100% worth it. Well, Torri, thank you for coming on. We made this short and sweet. We got straight to the point. I appreciate it. And for everyone listening, I will see you all next week.
Thanks, Kendall.